Okay, thanks very much. In relation to Bernard's question about, can I explain why I didn't sign up to the Board of Deputies 10 pledges, I actually agree with most of the pledges, but some of them gave me cause for concern. Firstly, this idea that I would sign up to agree not to engage with so-called Jewish, so-called fringe Jewish groups. Now, as a non-Jewish person in particular, I'm very uncomfortable at the idea of me declaring which is a fringe Jewish group and which isn't a fringe Jewish group. I believe it is important to work with the Board of Deputies to fight anti-Semitism and a whole host of other issues. I also think it's important to work with other Jewish organisations right across the Jewish community. As a constituency MP, it would be seen as rather unreasonable if I were to say in Leeds, I'm speaking to this Kurdish group from Leeds, but I'm certainly not prepared to speak to any other Kurdish group from Leeds. Or for us to say I'm going to speak to this Nigerian community group, but no other Nigerian community groups. I see it as not being for me to decide and for no other group to dictate. So yes, work with the Board of Deputies, but yes, work with other Jewish groups right across the community. And what does fringe group mean? What about Haredi Jewish people? Are they a fringe group? What about LGBT Jewish groups? What about black Jewish groups? What about the Jewish socialist group? So this concept of fringe Jewish groups gives me concern. I think we need to be more inclusive and open than that. And also the pledge about outsourcing Labour's complaints and disciplinary process. I'm yet to hear an example of any organisation that successfully outsourced its complaints procedure. So that gives me concern as well. I want to hear more about that. And finally, I want to be further reassured that signing up to all of those pledges doesn't prevent us from speaking up for the rights of the Palestinian people. It's vitally important that we speak out against anti-Semitism. It's also vitally important that we speak up for the rights of the Palestinian people. For me, these things are separate, distinct, but both of them, there's a moral obligation on all of us in our movement to do both of these things.